Welcome back. Here we are at Unit 7-7, solving rational equations. Solving rational equations. You can see there we're way up in Chapter 10 of our textbook. There's only 11 chapters, so we're getting near the end here of our time. But nonetheless, we're in Unit 7, Lesson 7. How about a math career for today? A purchasing agent. A purchasing agent. You can read there along with me. Purchasing agents are in charge of all buying for their company. They buy the raw materials, goods, and services their company needs to maintain operations. Purchasing agents, or buyers as they are sometimes called, see that their company has sufficient supply of the materials it needs to operate. Of course, they're going to have to work within a budget. They've got to be very, very discriminating with the multinational companies that are out there. This is a great job. If you like to look at numbers, you like to maybe travel, talk to people, haggle, bargain, keep inventory, etc. Fun job. Nonetheless, you'll see your math you need there, and you got some pretty healthy salaries to boot. A purchasing agent, or a buyer, as they might be called. Today we will learn to simplify rational equations. Simplify rational equations. So, vocabulary for today: a rational equation, and we're going to get to something called extraneous solutions, which I think we've heard of before. We'll be seeing those again. A rational equation is an equation that contains one or more rational expressions. If a rational equation is a proportion, it can be solved using the cross product property. That's to cross multiply. So, just sit back and relax. Watch this one. 5 over x minus 2 equals 3 over x. Notice we've got variables on both sides. No problem. We've got a proportion, no problem. We know how to cross multiply. So let's get to work. So I'm going to simply do this. I'm going to multiply the 5 times the x and the x minus 2 times 3 there. So I'm going to apply the distributive property right away and use cross products. We end up with 5x equals those two multiplied together. Distribute that 3 on the right hand side. And now what do we see? 5x equals 3x minus 6. Let's get rid of the smaller version of x. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, divide by 2, and just like that, you're done. X equals negative 3. X equals negative 3. Good. All right, let's try one together now. So grab your notebook and pencil there. 1 over n equals 3 over n plus 4. So again, I've got these proportions set equal to each other, these rational expressions with an equal sign between them. Let's cross multiply. So let's go ahead and 3 times n, and then 1 times the quantity n plus 4. Well, 1 times anything just gets you back identically where you started. So it looks like 3n equals n plus 4. Which is the smaller version of n? 3n or 1n? Well, obviously 1n is. Let's go ahead and subtract n from both sides. And we know that 2 times something is 4, and that something has to be, of course, the number 2. So n equals 2. Good. All right, try this one on your own. 4 over h plus 1 equals 2h. So I set that one up for you. And go ahead and press pause. Do your work. Let's see. We'll check your answer in a second. Alrighty then. Let's see how you did. So, did you cross multiply? You should have gotten 4h on one side and 2 times the quantity h plus 1 on the other. Distribute that 2 through. We end up with 2h plus 2 on one side, 4h on the other. Get rid of the smaller version of h. 2h equals 2. Well, pretty straightforward. 2 times what is 2? There's only one number in the universe that works, and that is, of course, the number 1. So, h must be 1. Hopefully you got that one. All right, then. There is some more instruction there at the top. Just follow the website and the lesson there in the video example 1, and some digital and scored practice is right there below it at the same place. All right then, we'll talk to you soon.